You want me to go ahead and tell you that story about
Well, do you want her involved?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it.
Well, I guess that means hold your horses.
Are we going or no?
We are, but I didn't realize that we were going to get into the fucking pizza ordering.
Yeah. Hey, you want to record? Amber ordering pizza?
Order pizza.
I'm doing it on my phone, so.
Go speakerphone, baby. That way we can all appreciate it.
Have you seen where that guy like calls in to order a pizza, but he does it as a rap?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, it's so badass.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed it. I'm not a rap guy.
You need to hear the video. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's not even visual. It's all audio.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a video, but
Like having a bell black. I want my lips back.
since we're bullshit,
You want to feel the nut your nose touch the pod?
Yeah.
while I'm pulling it up, it'd be cool if you could pull that up and show him.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what that story you just told me about?
Yeah, the
rap.
yeah. Guy orders pizza wrap, whatever.
All right, I'm ready. You actually, it'll play over my little headphones, won't it?
I think it will.
Copy. Let's do this. I had a Pasquale's pizza today. Speaking
I love
of,
Pasquale's. He hates Pasquale's.
so I walked in there and I say, "Hey, who runs this place?" And the lady goes, "Well, I'm engaged to the guy that's owning it." I said, "I just want you to know, I'm coming back. I left about 35 years ago, and I'm back for another slice." She goes, "Damn." I go, "It wasn't bad service. I just came here as a child, and I just haven't had a chance. I haven't thought about it. But my cleaners is closed for 30 minutes, so while I wait, I thought I'd get me a slice."
Which one did you go to?
Sea Point.
Oh, okay. The one down here is really good.
Yeah, that one over there in Sea Point, I'm going to tell you, man, they put that real cheese on there, like that Amish cheese, that cheese your grandmama makes. I'm probably going to shit a block of cheese here before long. I mean, that real shit, you know it? Not that cheap plasticky stuff. I mean, real. Because I asked for extra cheese, and they put some real shit down, let me tell you. It's like, fuck, lady, feels like a brick in my little belly. In fact, I might just forego shitting out a block of cheese. I might just shit a mouse. That's how cheesy that shit was. That's cheesy. You shit a mouse. What are you doing? Why is that so hard to find? Do I gotta look it up?
No, I got
No,
it.
he's looking
No,
for
her.
that. I'm ordering a pizza.
Oh, you're
For
doing
Gavin.
all the toppings? You're not gonna talk to anybody? Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's why I said put it on speakerphone. You're doing all the little everything online?
Yes.
Oh, that's gay. That's not. What is there to hear? That's what I wanted.
I thought it was
Nice. No, that was good.
So for anybody who don't know, that's the greatest pizza order ever. You can look that up.
No, this is not part of the podcast, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought we were bullshitting.
we are bullshitting. That's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you do, but that's what I do.
That's what we do on this one.
But that's the greatest pizza order ever. I guess I don't know if this is the same guy that did it. Mac Lethal.
That was good.
He actually has some pretty cool videos.
I'm not a rap guy, but I mean that sounded smooth, clean, and understandable.
Old school rap.
That's what I like, man.
So Mac Lethal is apparently, we're gonna have to. I'll have to go back and make sure let him know that we enjoyed his.
Can we play that?
I don't know. We might get in trouble, but I'll at least tell the guy that we enjoyed his shit
Before we go to jail.
before we go to jail.
I got my driver's license renewed today.
Today?
This is yours?
Oh, I look like a fucking wildebeest.
This is you? I was about to say,
Let's
who's
see.
that hottie?
Yeah, hottie before, naughty after.
This is your new one?
The paper one.
I'm gonna see. Let's see.
I look like an angry butch.
God, you look like a fucking serial killer.
Yeah. They're a real tough
If I,
guy.
yeah, man. If I pulled her over, I'd look at that and be like, Holy
Yeah.
fuck. I was like, excuse me, man, let me let you go.
What does it say? What is your height on there?
It says 5'3".
5 foot nothing.
Yoo-hoo.
5'3".
Copy. All right. All right. All
Get the
right.
mic.
Are you done with your little pizza?
Yes, I've got it ordered.
What was the time frame on that?
22 to 30 minutes.
Word.
Sounds
So
good.
when I see the car pull up, I'll let you know.
Should do a 30-second timeout in NBA. Is what that is.
If it's that same little girl that's all tatted up that comes in, that Dave will probably want
Oh
an
my
hour
goodness.
timeout.
Yeah, I got to see that. I like that.
Yeah, she was cute.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably Gavin probably just takes that pizza and throws it in the trash.
That's why he always, hey, can you order that pizza?
That's right. Now you're on, Dale. Yeah, no doubt. So, if I don't sound right, just do whatever.
yeah, I'll mess with you.
Sometimes I feel like I get a little. But anyway, so real quick, so I hadn't worked with my little Brazilian buddy for weeks and weeks, and so today we're driving for like an hour to a job site, and he's sitting beside me, and he's totally silent the whole way. He's on his phone, and I don't even say a word. I think he could irradiate my annoyance, you know. So we go to the job site. We're work all day. On the drive back, we're halfway home, and I'm sure the whole way there, the whole time, all we did was talk about work. And then halfway on the drive back, he's sitting there silent. And the whole time, I believe, he was trying to figure out something to say to spark a conversation, you know, because I just wasn't really having it, and I wasn't interested. And what makes it really awkward is the fact that the radio in his work truck don't work, so it's completely 100% silent. Oh, you hear the tires on the road. That's it. Nothing else. For an hour there, and then that 30 minutes back. He knows there's one weakness in my world that I will talk about. And so he goes with a mash of Portuguese, Spanish, and English. He just mashed it all together. And he goes, hey, you got a dog? And I go, yeah, I do have a dog. And he goes, well, what's your dog's name? And I go, well, Dexter and Marley. He goes, oh, that's the greatest name ever. And we're starting to connect. We're starting to bond over here. I'm not sure. I think he may have scooched over a little bit on the bench seat, just a little bit. So we're talking, and then there's that silence again for like another 5-10 minutes. All I hear is tires on the road. And I go, and my phone's sitting next to me, and I go, here, I'll show you a picture of my dog. And I pull it up. I'll pull up probably one of those. You know, I got 3,000 of them. Not Marley, Dexter. You know,
Of course. Yeah. Who the fuck is Marley?
The ghost dog.
So I hand this dude my phone, and this fucking guy has the audacity. He takes my phone and starts doing this, scrolling through. And I go, hey, man, let me tell you something. When somebody hands you your phone, you don't even switch it from landscape to portrait, bitch. You hear me? You just hold the phone, admire the photo, and hand it back. There's no swiping left, right, because you're in for, on my phone especially, you're about to have your fucking world shook. So don't do that. He goes, sorry. So I go, fuck, what's wrong with this guy? So we ride for another 2 minutes, and I go, whatever. Nobody can just take one picture of Dexter. I gotta show him another one. So I go back. I find another one. He's probably in a canoe, or he's got a bow tie on, or I don't fucking know what. And I go, here's Dexter, another picture. He goes, oh, that's nice. That's nice. And he starts flipping. I go, God damn. And he's flipping again. And this dude went through about 9. And I said, hey, keep scrolling. I said, you're in for a shock, bitch. Go, keep going, because eventually you're going to hit that money shot. he goes, I'm done now. But I was like, who does that? Shit. But anyway, so that's how I ended my day, and he left me on a little bit of a sour note. He was doing so well, and it just fucked it right at the end, that guy.
What's his? I get you don't have to tell his name. I was gonna.
I'd rather not. It's a very unusual name. We
can't-
call him Julio, but that's not his name. That's what we call him. So
Portuguese Julio.
yeah, yeah. So, but anyways,
that's pretty damn funny.
yeah. So, you have your bat shirt on and you're ready to rock.
I do.
Okay.
I want to talk about Prism.
Okay. Are you going?
That's what I was about to say. You're about to make an announcement.
Is there something we need to know about?
She's going to
I know of.
reveal her past.
No, I have an infatuation with prison. Prison shows, prison documentaries.
Prisoners.
I mean, if you look at my family.
All right.
All right.
Do tell.
No, but even before Orange is the New Black, I've always enjoyed documentaries about serial killers and, what it's like on the inside and in the mind of a killer and stuff like that. I thought that was always very interesting. But I have found myself on some Facebook groups that are all about true crime and murder, and there's some that are specific to a case and some that are just generalized.
Well, you do understand now, if anything happens to me, even if she didn't do it,
she'll solve it.
No, she'll be the number one suspect because they're going to search all her media.
That's right. Yeah.
So, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you fucked me up.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fuck you up.
I don't even know where I was going now.
It's on media.
The Facebook groups. Okay, so there's a thread in one of the groups where they're talking about having prison pen pals, and some of the people in the group were like, I'm actively a pen pal with someone in prison, or I've done this in the past, or I've wanted to, or whatever, and they were posting different links for all these different websites where you could actually find these inmates. And of course, I clicked on it, and I mean, it's like a fucking legitimate, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a dating site. There are a lot of the prisoners that are treating it like a dating site. But you know who it reminded me of?
My buddy Dave.
No.
Okay, good.
Not initially.
I don't need any help.
No, I was just thinking, never mind.
It made me think of Mark.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, oh man, he was, he wasn't quite the pimp you were about it.
I'm no pimp.
But he was more the dirty puppy syndrome. He liked to clean them up. He liked to
Really?
He liked to grab a hold of them and
The broken ones is the one
Yeah.
that
Oh,
gravitates.
very much so.
Really?
Yeah,
That's how he ended up my mother for so long.
I did not know that. That's wild.
Yeah, he loved
This
the dirty
man-
puppies, man. Loved them.
I mean, I do too.
but not like not
In a different way.
Yeah,
Oh.
and
He wanted to be the one to solve their problems and come to their rescue.
So
and
he
be
had
the hero in their
codependency
eyes.
issues. That's what that was. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I guess you'd call it that. I guess that is the proper word for it. He just wanted to, he wanted to be the one to, almost like
a therapist.
Like a therapist, but an achievement maybe. Goal setting. I guess his. Like I do jujitsu. I have an end goal. It makes me feel good to grapple. Some people play the guitar. Some people do stand up. There's.
But would he let them go once he solved them?
Well, he never saw.
They would.
Oh, they were so broken. They were.
Oh yeah. He never had a sense of accomplishment. Accomplishment's what I was looking for. It was his way. He was looking for, it's like somebody that paints. They work on it and then they have that sense of accomplishment when they finish. Well, his problem was, his never was accomplished. His, it was, and he had countless stories, and not even to talk about, her, but he had that one little girl, I can't even remember her name. She ended up being he met her at she worked at Pizza Hut in Leeds, and she just rough side of the tracks, so to speak, and like
There's a lot of broken associates at Pizza Hut.
yeah, and so he
Funny enough, my mother did work at Pizza Hut.
Exhibit A.
Before she met Mark, but
But it was funny because the girl ended up wanting to be a stripper, and I think he helped pay. But she's a real skinny girl. He's like, but Mark, I can't dance. I don't have the boobs for it. Blah blah. And I think he helped her get.
Are you serious?
I think he helped her get the. And of course she.
Well, that's a victory there.
Well, no, because she ended up dancing and ended up marrying some tattoo artist and then getting up covered up with tattoos and last I heard he left the tattoo artist knocked her up a couple times and then left her, so it's it's always stories like that, and he was an interesting cat.
a
short-term victory and then a defeat on the other side.
Yeah.
So now she's ready for Mark again on the backside.
Right.
He honestly deserved the Nobel Peace Prize for the shit that he put up with my mother.
Such as?
Oh, she can give some stories. Go on, throw it out there.
You've got one that is my favorite, the court story.
Oh my God. And I hate to speak ill of the deceased.
Yeah, both Mark and my mother have passed on.
Yeah. So, can I say her name?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Lisa is the name
My
of this.
mother.
Is her mother's this fine, upstanding young lady, and she had an issue with alcohol. She was alcoholic, and she got pulled over and arrested for a DUI, which was not.
Now, was this the DUI where she hit the parked
No,
cop car?
that's another one.
Okay.
So this
is a different DUI.
There's
No, I was looking at your shirt. I'm sorry. I'll address it in a minute. Go ahead.
There's multiple, multiple instances. But anyway, she gets hit for a DUI, whatever. And small town. And she ends up going to... She's laid up in Mark's apartment, his place. And he's like, hey, bitch, you got court. So he'd been working all day. And she works sporadically. So he goes... he comes in from work. She's got court. Most traffic court like that's in the evening. So he comes in. She's been drinking all day. And he's like, hey, bitch, you got court here in about an hour. She was hammered. So
Beyond.
Yeah, she loved the wine. So anyway, he was like, loaded her ass up, hammered, drove her to court. In this little bitty courtroom, little small town court. He walks her. he physically walks her all the way to the front row, sits her down, and he goes to the very back row. And because he didn't want no part of it, but he didn't want her to be a no-show for court either, to get a warrant, And so she's sitting there in the front row, and she's starting to slouch.
Just kind of melt over
a little bit, and the would it be the district attorney or the prosecutor, whoever works for the court? I guess it's district attorney. He comes walking in, and he looked at her and he goes, I'm not going to say her last name. I don't want people using her identity or whatever, but calls her by her last name. He goes, "Are you drunk for court?" He knew who she was because she'd already been in there a couple times. He goes, "Aren't you here for a DUI?" And Mark's in the back going, head just down. And he goes, and the damnedest thing about it, the guy just shook his head and walked off. And he starts talking to the bailiff or the, whoever small courts, they just use a local cop, whatever. So they go through court, man. And they let her go.
Oh my God!
I couldn't believe it. Mark couldn't believe it. Mark came back and he's like, "You will never believe it." And he says, they stood her up. She's hammered, barely can stand, and they give her fine. And they look at her and says, "You're not driving, are you?" And she's like, "No, I'm with them." And turns around. How just loud, drunk. Turns around and points to the back. "I'm with him," and he's back there just, he's slouching in his seat for a whole nother reason.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I met her one time, and she was a looker. I got to be honest with you. I thought.
You met Has he met your mom?
It wouldn't surprise me.
At her dad's funeral.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was it. That was the only time.
Yeah. She was there. Yeah, y'all were right there.
Yeah.
That totally, I totally forgot.
Yep. She was there. I remember. So.
She would have been much more attractive if she would have taken care of herself, but she didn't at all. So.
She got.
What's funny is there's one of the regulars at the bar has met her, and the first time they met her, they're like, "Is your mama single?" I'm like, "That's my mother." Fuck you. No, I'm not hooking you up, my mother.
Especially one of those knuckleheads over there.
Well, I mean, she always made her way through.
Man, she had a way. She snagged them.
Huh? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Knocking them down.
She knew what to say.
Huh?
She did a little stint in county.
Really?
It's a little stint in county, down Jefferson County.
Huh?
And she got mad.
Okay.
She gets let out. I can't remember how long she was in for. She was in for a little spell, and Mark was supposed to pick her up, and so everything revolves. Mark was like her Uber before Uber was around. You know what I'm saying?
Were they dating, or was she just using him?
No. Well,
they dated off and on.
Yeah.
They dated
now,
off.
I'm not saying that she didn't use him, but they did genuinely date for God, from the time I was 10 to the time I was
17
ish. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's in county, right? And wants Mark to pick her up out in the front. And of course he absolutely no problem.
This is the one downtown?
Yeah. So she comes out, and again she's been in for a good little stint. It wasn't an overnight run, it was months. And so she comes out, and she's so thirsty for alcohol, she takes off fucking walking from
the county jail
downtown
Birmingham
to Club South.
That's I mean,
listen to me, with no shoes.
Oh, Jesus.
And people listening don't know how far that is. It's miles.
Yeah.
Miles and miles.
Not miles, but it
is miles.
I'd say roughly 7.
Well,
I mean, it's
okay. That's a walk. Yeah.
It's not a straight shot.
No.
I mean, I'm now you got to make me. I'm gonna figure that out, how far that is. But that's damn.
Yeah, barefoot in that.
Barefoot up and down hills.
I bet it was just one large callus by the time she got there.
Her whole life is one large callus, if we're being fair.
Well, are you done? Because I have my own story.
I could sit here for an hour and a half telling stories. But go ahead.
So I know the county jail well. So back when I was a younger man, any story I tell you, I want you to understand they're not recent, of course. They're back many, many, many years ago. Not, I'm now a much different person now. So of course I would never do these types of things.
Sure.
So I had a home that I was remodeling. I met a young lady. I was stopping in. I met this young lady at McDonald's, and she gave me this line about how she wanted to use my cell phone as I stood in line. And so I handed her my phone. She said she needed to call her dad to get a ride home. And she goes, "Well, my dad's not answering. I mean, do you think you could help me out?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess." And one thing leads to another. We end up going back to the house that I'm working on. No furniture, no nothing. I'm sheetrocking, painting, whatever. And we go into the house and we do our thing. And then I take her back home, So long story short.
True gentleman.
That's me. Well, because I was going to be a repeat. If I just sent her out hoofing it like Amber's mom. And I'm going to tell you.
That was 10 miles, by the way.
Yeah, see, that's a good walk.
That's a
10
good
miles.
walk. That's a damn good walk.
And let me tell you this: if I had to guess my house to hers, I'd give it 3. So she could have done it.
She probably had shoes on.
yeah, with shoes. So, long story short, this goes on for several months. So one day, I notice she just falls off the earth, and I don't hear from her, which is unusual. You know, she's usually good for once a week. So, I get a collect phone call from the county jail on my phone. I answer it, and they go, "Will you accept a call from?" And then her name comes in, you know. And I was like, "Well, damn, of course. I mean, what is this?" And I go, "What happened? What are you doing?" And she goes, "Dave, this whole thing, it was a setup. It's not what they said." I go, "What did they say you did?" She goes, "Well, they said that I went into Walmart, smacked an old lady, stole her purse, got in her car, got in a high-speed chase, wrecked it, and then they arrested me." I go, "Well," I said, "that's a very detailed." Jesus, what part is inaccurate? She goes, "I didn't hit the old lady." I go, copy that. I go, "Well, so what do you need from me? I mean, let's get down to it." She goes, "Well, it would mean a lot if you would just come up and visit." And I said, "All right, got ready." All right, so basically it was, you know, it really mean a lot if you would just come up here and visit me. I don't have any friends. I don't have any family. Nobody wants to visit me. So the way it works up there is according to your last name, that's when your visitation day is, and it's only on that day. So I think her name, I think it fell on a Thursday. So I went up there. I'm standing in line with all this riffraff. I mean, it's the best the city has to offer, standing in that line with me. So I go up there, take the elevator up to, I think it's the 6th floor. And then it's just like you see in the movies, you know, with the telephone, the glass, and all that. And she comes in, and we're talking and all this. So this goes on, and she's like, "Man, Dave, I can't wait to get out of here. I'm gonna put it on you when I get out of here." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be some good shit." So I'm doing my own thing on the outside, you know.
Yeah.
I know she's behaving on the inside, you know. So this goes on 3-4 months. Oh, I'll miss 2-3 weeks, then I'll pop in, and then I'll come see her. So I come in one day. I pop in. She's getting close to her release date. I pop in, and this is so unbelievable. She would always call me, and she'd say, "Dave, I need you to put money on my
Book.
Yeah, in the book, whatever. There was another name for it. I'm starving. I don't have anything to eat and all this." So, you know, I'd put $20, $10 here or there. You know, it didn't matter. So I go up on a Thursday night, and I go up to see her. And when I walk into that little thing with the phones, she's already sitting down talking to this big fat Mexican guy. And I look at him, and I look at her, and I tap the guy on the shoulder. I go, "Can I take that phone for?" I said, "I just need to say something real quick to her." I said, "That's a friend of mine. I'm just going to really quick." And I grab it, and I go, "Who the fuck's this guy?" And she goes, "That's my brother." I go, "Well, you're a white girl. This dude's full blown, don't even speak barely any English. Jesus, what do you mean your brother?" She goes, "I swear, Dave, I swear it's my brother." I go, "Okay." So I leave, and the guy
Now
comes.
again, it's between the glass.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
he can't hear. He can hear you.
Yeah.
Because y'all are on the same side.
Yeah.
But he can't hear
Her.
Right.
Right. So I wait, and we take the long elevator ride down together, me and him.
Uh-huh.
And I go, "So what did she say?" Now listen, that's not my girlfriend. That's just some chick that I'm seeing. But I go, "What did she say y'all are? I'm curious." He goes, "That's my girlfriend. She tells me she loves me and I love her, and that we're going to get married when she gets out." And I go, "Really? Copy." Okay. Okay. I go, well, I got news for you, pal. I've been smashing that shit for a long
tell
time.
him?
Yes. Yeah. So what? Oh, and this dude cried.
Oh.
He cried outside. He had to know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry I had to be the heartbreaker, but I had to tell the guy the truth. You know, either you find out harshly then, or you find out after you've been strung out financially later.
Right.
You know.
So you did him a favor. You did him a solid.
I did. Absolutely.
Whether he realized it at that moment or not.
Yeah. And I didn't do it with the intent of doing a favor. I did it out of pure spite.
You did it maliciously.
Being an asshole. so,
well, you know, sometimes things, just work themselves out.
So, but here, this next portion is really the portion I was trying to get to. When you talk about county, this is the meat and potatoes of the county jail. So she came home. So she calls me up. She goes, Dave, I need a ride home. And I said, okay. And I said, but you understand, we're going to swing by my house before we get there, right? she goes, oh, yeah, of course. So we go home, scrub her down, shave everything off, get everything tightened, toned, and washed and all that. And I'm going to tell you. So here, and I'm going to speak from experience, that if you have an opportunity to have sex with a woman that's been in jail for 4 or 5 months, and that shit is just bottled up, do it. The only thing that would trump that is maybe someone that did 6 years in prison. I mean, that would trump that. But I'm going to tell you, that was good. That was some good hair pulling, ear pulling, slapping, name calling, spitting, eye poking. There was, I mean,
You lost me at spit.
a little bit of Three Stooges going on in there. It was, and I'm all about that. So I take her home. This goes on. You know, it plays out like it always has, right? Mm-hmm. After a few weeks, she disappears, and that's fine. She was meant to disappear. That was the whole plan. Mm-hmm. So I don't think anything about it. About a month later, I get a phone call, and it says, collect call from the county jail. Oh, shit. So I pick it up, and it says a name that I don't know. Will you accept a collect call from whoever? And I go, just out of curiosity, I go, sure, I'll take it. Shit, let's see. And so I go, hey, hello? And this girl she goes, hey, Dave, this is, and I don't want to say her name. She goes, but that girl, the other girl that just left, well, Destiny was her name, the original girl. Yeah. She goes, Destiny left me her phone number, and she said that you were good for giving girls a ride when they got out of jail, that you were a nice guy. And she goes, I've been in for 5 months. You think you can give me a ride home? I said, as a matter of fact, I can. Yeah, maybe just tell me. I mean, shit, we'll work it out. I said, but I'm just going to tell you, we're going to have to swing by my house on the way to your house. She goes, understood.
That is terrible.
That's awesome.
Well, I will tell you, that girl gave my number to another girl. And
chain reaction at this
point.
It
was, I'll say this. I ended up giving about 4 girls a ride home. So it was actually not a bad thing. So and when I tell this story, people say, well, why did you stop? I mean, why wouldn't you keep it going? Because that number 5 was so hideous that was the one that broke the chain.
Oh, so you say you didn't swing by the house?
No, no, I didn't even swing by the county. She had to get her own ride.
How did you know she was hideous?
I'd seen her from when I went to visit one of the other ones.
Oh, gotcha.
I went up and visit one like the week before to make sure I wasn't getting sold a bag of goods.
Oh, so you did a
I had to do one visitation.
One visitation before I see who you're getting.
Before I accept this Uber ride. Yeah. So, but anyways, that is my
that's your county experience.
County jail. Yeah,
that's pretty damn good though. Shit, man. There's probably guys that would love to run that taxi service.
Sure. Yeah. But anyways, Miss Moon, I didn't mean to steal your thunder. I mean, my apologies, Miss Boland. Mm-hmm. But please, I didn't mean to take over that.
So
okay.
so you're gonna start pen paling with some prison guy and we'll have to worry about shooting when he gets out?
No. I might pen pal a prison woman though.
Oh,
I
well, there
might
you-
pen pal
Just
a prison
because
woman.
that would satisfy my curiosity for the prison.
Culture.
Yeah. But the whole male thing kind of weirds me out.
Well, at least make
That's
sure
what-
she's cute.
Yeah.
No, they got fucking pictures.
That's what I'm saying.
And the
I mean,
pictures that they post on there, it's like,
Yeah. Let me tell you, they're
It's-
not going to look like that in there.
no, I'm sure they're
Because,
not.
you know, there's no makeup, no
yeah,
nothing.
I get that, but
Well, wait a second. The pictures are they jail pictures? Like they're
no.
They're probably from their Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, they're previous pictures.
Okay.
Well, no, there are some on there. No, but there are some profiles that you can tell that have been taken in prison. And some of them have like that, you know, like if you go to like federal prison and
the
you go
block
to
wall behind you.
yeah, you go to
They're
federal prison.
behind the actual bars.
No, it's like it's like the big dimple block walls. You know.
Well, no, hold on, not necessarily. Okay, if you've ever gone to visitation in a federal prison, sometimes they do have like a landscape
Singles. Oh.
or a scenic background that it's either like a backdrop or it's painted onto the wall.
So you
And the
can
whole-
take a picture and put it on your Facebook? Or what
Right.
is the reason for that?
The whole
shit?
purpose is so like you can take pictures with your family and it
Oh,
doesn't
really?
look like you're in prison, but obviously you are.
Except for the white jumpsuit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or the stripe one, yeah. And the handcuffs.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Well, when you're in visitation,
I'm fucking
there
with
are
you.
no handcuffs. Well, the ones that I
Yeah.
attended.
So anyone that's listening to this that is interested, we will be posting a link to this website at the bottom of the page.
There you go. But you'd hinted that Mark was on something like that.
Yeah, that was the whole reason when I said that when I, happened upon this prison pen pal webpage that it made me think about Mark because I specifically remember, and I honestly thought that you were in on this conversation, the Ascot Place apartments when he had that downstairs apartment.
Yeah.
You know, and when you first walk in to the right, he had his big office.
Yeah.
You know, that big giant desk.
Yeah.
And something was brought up and was said about how he found this website and how you can connect with local prisoners and
That was
local
back in the day. That was like 2001.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
really?
before internet was real big, but he was apparently surfing the internet for female prisoners, which I thought was funny because he was,
Huh.
off and on again my mother. I'm like, well,
Oh, that's why he was
he
with your mother?
obviously likes the troublemakers. No, he actually met my mother. She was working at an airport near the, or working at a restaurant near the airport. Of course, Mark.
It wasn't BJ's, was it?
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
been there
BJ's
many-
on the runway.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been there many, many times.
Yep. That's where she was working when they met.
Yep.
No longer. I think they're completely closed. They moved from the end of the runway to right down the road when they were stretching out, but I think they're closed now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a good place. She may have served me, your mother.
She may have.
Probably.
Good. I'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Served you versus service you.
I mean, even if I had a story, I wouldn't tell it. I'll just say I'll leave it at that.
Was it an awkward look the last time y'all saw each other? Excuse me.
But, anyways.
So what's your end goal? Just other than
I don't know. I guess just a bullshit hobby.
now, let's go deep.
Let's go deep.
Do you think that it's some sort of absentee from your mother and her shenanigans?
It could very well be. I've never visited my mother in federal prison.
No, I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about hearing these ladies' crazy stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does that make
I'm
sense,
just-
or am I way off the? Is that confusing, or is that pretty straightforward? I'm just saying. Some people
I don't.
seek out things when they
I
miss
don't
it.
think that I'm seeking out some sort of answer for why my mother was the way that she was,
No.
or why my father was the way that he was.
No, I'm not talking about seeking out answers. I'm talking about seeking out that
Filling in a void.
yeah, filling in a void. Like you're so used to that, and you haven't had that now for a while, and it's almost like you kind of want that little bit of chaos.
I don't know. I just think
Because, crazy down the street, that's when she went off the rails, was because her mother...
everything was going good.
Everything, yeah, because
Yeah.
she had she was so used to chaos in her life, and then everything got real good, and then all of a sudden she had to, do different.
And I could be wrong. I'm not a fucking psychologist, but I don't think so. If I wanted that redneck white trash void to be filled, I could contact.
Podcast edit.
But
Well, no, but here's the thing. There's a safety distance or a safety net in there. It's like you can get a taste of it, but it's displaced.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, I got it.
And so I'm going deep. I'm working on my
I didn't want this
master's
to turn into a
thesis.
fucking.
Yeah.
No, but it all goes round. I mean, I unfortunately don't have any good county or prison stories.
Probably a good
The
thing.
only wholesome one.
Yes.
Well, I mean, except for the time I went to county, and then I had to do with a breakfast tray because he wanted my shoes.
Well,
but that was
I'd
that
say
was
that constitutes as a story.
that was just one little overnight visit.
Yeah. But, no, when you go deep, you went straight on fallopian tube. You went deep.
I went
I
deep.
didn't know you were going that deep.
I went blow the back out.
Sometimes you got to, baby.
Oh God.
What else you got there, Miss B? Anything?
I made lots of little notes about
Well, give it to me.
stories of my mother and her drinking.
So hit us with another one of your mom stories, man. We can do. I got a story about her mom.
About my mother?
Mm-hmm. This is funny.
There was a time we lived in Sea Point, as you like to call it.
It makes it sound not quite so trashy. Yeah.
So I was living with the man that I now call my father, and we're coming home, and we passed my mother on the way out.
Was she walking or driving?
Oh, she was she was driving, but I thought that's not good. She has no business being in this neighborhood. So I knew that something was up.
Oh.
Over in Sea Point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we're in our neighborhood and we're coming in, she's coming out. I knew that something was up.
On foot?
No, she was in
sorry.
the car. We've established.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
She was in the
sorry.
car. We got home. She had broken in one of the windows and stole my fucking dog.
And had it in the car?
Okay,
Yes.
so let's back up. So that confused me because you were talking about her being in the neighborhood is not good. Apparently, she was not living with them at the time.
No.
Oh.
So that was a little confusing. You were talking about a guy living in Center Point, and people didn't realize
Well,
that you weren't
I was
living
living with the man that I now call my father.
Right, but nobody knew that she wasn't living there either.
Yeah, she wasn't living there.
So what was her plans with this dog, I guess?
She loved that dog.
She wanted to
We all
pet
did.
it?
We fought.
She wanted to pet it? She wanted
No,
to
we-
sell it for drugs?
No, she wanted the
She-
dog for her own.
She wanted it like you want Dexter,
Oh, I want Dexter. That's my buddy.
and that's the way she felt about this
Oh,
little
well,
ass dragger.
well, then it makes complete sense. I understand. Or breaking in and stealing it. That's what I would do. Yeah. And then your response was?
I don't remember how, but we ended up getting Brandy back.
They battled over this fucking dog
Really?
for years.
And the dog is where now?
Oh,
Dead.
passed away.
Oh.
He's sitting on.
She,
She.
Brandy passed away September 11th of 2000 and... I don't know.
Just a bad day in history.
That's what I'm
2005.
trying to tell you.
This
Jesus.
is just a fucking bad day all around.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, she currently resides in a box in our bedroom, I believe.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I had her cremated.
Huh. Dexter, I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna take him
Mounted.
to a taxidermist.
Have his skin peeled off his body and wrapped around plastic.
Sure, why not?
It doesn't sound as nice when you say it like that.
No, I don't. I appreciate that.
Sit there and pet his skin, pet his hide.
I'm gonna have him probably in a sitting position, and I'll just have him right there by the door.
His little head,
Yep.
have his head cocked over a little bit like he usually does.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, and I might put them under my arm. They're light, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, I'll take them to the brewery with me. Set them by the bar.
You
the
could be like the two guys on Scrubs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever watched Scrubs?
They did that.
Yes, they have a. I can't. The name has slipped my mind, but
That was a good idea.
the two guys have a Labrador that's been taxidermied.
Huh? And they take it to the bar with them.
Well, it's always in their apartment.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Oh,
And it moves around like in the skit of the shows. Like the dog will just be moved to a different spot, and they'll both look at each other like, "How the hell did that dog move?" And it's just over there standing in a different spot.
is it always in the same position though, just in a different spot?
No, they don't use it against each other. They
No,
both.
I
mean,
understand that. That's why they.
DJ and Turk use it to scare the other women,
Yeah.
the women that they're dating.
But what I was saying is sometimes the damn dog will just end up in a different spot, and neither one of them knows who. They'll just guys will look at each other.
But it's always in the same position though, right?
Yeah, it's
his
just
body doesn't.
Yeah, his body doesn't move.
Yeah.
But he might be in a different spot in the.
Rowdy.
Yeah,
Rowdy
Rowdy.
was the dog's name.
Really?
Dead dog that they bought at a yard sale. His name was Rowdy.
Yeah, so it wasn't even theirs.
They bought it. Oh, they bought the dog already stuffed at a yard sale?
Yeah.
Jesus. No. They're making a mockery of the whole thing. Oh, I'm like really going to do it. And then Tyler will never die. I mean, he's 19. So, there you go.
We've established that Tyler was a she.
Yeah, well, for the first 17 years, she was a he. That's what I thought.
you never checked the backside.
No, it's not. That's not why I have a cat. Check out his junk.
I just out of curiosity, I would have thought that you, but Tyler
It
probably
is a
would.
little difficult to tell on cats, though.
Oh, is it?
They're not dragging around some big fat hog. Hell, you ever seen a
Big-
big old cat cock? You don't ever see this. I don't even know what goes on over there. Hell.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
Big old cat cock. That cat. Every time I see that cat, he just a big mountain of hair just looks at you.
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck about nothing.
Got a good life, man. Indoor, outdoor, living it good, man. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Except for Dexter pouncing on him from time to time.
No, it's Marley harasses that cat, and she's good for a good snout smacking, and she smacks old Marley around.
She got claws?
So, oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she goes outside. Yeah. She'll fuck some
Good
stuff
for
up.
you. For not declawing.
No, man, I'm not into that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I will say.
She rips your fucking couch to shreds
No.
one day out of.
No, because she's an adult. She
Yeah.
just sleeps and lounges around, does whatever. So I think when I left her, she's laying in a bush when I left, and she'll hop up on the car when I get home tonight. So that's a good cat.
Yeah. Just knows where it belongs.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not a cat fan, but
A lot of people aren't.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, a little shit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about spoil.
Nuzzle between two boobies. Talking about Amber's little pup.
Me. Nuzzling between two boobies.
No, you're way over there. I got my little poncho.
All right. Well,
Y'all want to call it?
I want to tell one more story
All
about
right.
Mark.
All right. We'll see.
And it actually does not have to do with my mother, but talking about cats.
Okay. That goddamn crazy cat he had.
Footsie.
Footsie.
oh, he had a cat.
Oh, he had a cat named Footsie, and this cat was insane. But I think my favorite story about Footsie was, well, I guess two, and in my mind they coincide. He didn't want the cat to get up on certain things. Okay? And so he went to great lengths to keep this cat. The cat had free reign of the house. Cat could go and do whatever it wanted. Except they had, Mark had a cobra in the car. or a cobra in
Like
the
a
garage.
king cobra?
No, he had a the
Was
two
it a cobra?
It's called a cobra, but it's a
Shelby
Cobra.
Oh.
A little 2-seater, 60s model
I got
muscle car.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful car.
It was really pretty. So he had that in the garage, and in an effort to keep the cat off of it, he built this isolation wall around it. And the cat was like, yeah, fuck your wall. Managed to scale the wall and still lay on the fucking car.
Just out of spite.
Really?
Just out of spite,
He
yep.
had cameras set up because he couldn't figure out. He could tell that the cat was getting on the thing, and where he fucked up is most people in their garage, they have like a little shelf up high so they can stick stuff on. This damn cat, he put that wall around that damn sports car, and this cat go over to his toolbox on the other side of the fucking garage, jump up on the toolbox, jump from the toolbox to the shelves that run around the thing, walk down the shelves, get above the car, and jump down on the fucking car.
And did that cat have claws?
Didn't have front claws, but he never scratched the paint, as far as I know. But it was just a point Mark couldn't figure out, so Mark put a camera in the garage. And the reason why the cat would go in the garage had a cat door, and he kept the litter box in the garage. The cat would go out there and use it, and then he'd do his business, and then go sit on the fucking car, which was worth a lot of money. And so he
had a 3-bedroom house to himself.
Yeah,
Didn't want the cat in the garage, but let's put the litter box out there.
Yeah.
He was like, look, bitch, you can have access to 97% of the house. 3% I need for the car.
he bought a huge leather sectional, and when he would leave every day, he would lay magazines all over the leather sectional so the cat wouldn't, to keep the cat off of it. And the cat would jump up on there,
kick the magazines off,
nuzzle right between the magazines, and sit on the.
Yeah, cats are wild, man. It's hard to figure out their thinking. They're
very spiteful.
That was my second story.
Oh, was it? I'm sorry.
That's okay. But I'm going to add to it. So the cat kept getting on there, and Mark knew that the cat was getting on the couch because the magazines were in disarray, and there'd always be a hot spot on the couch. And so finally, he pulled up just short of the house one day, snuck around the backyard, and come in his back door, so to speak, was, come into the living room. And he flew that fucking back door open. The cat scared the shit out of the cat.
Yeah,
I mean, it just was
yeah, he kicked
proof
the
of
door
the
up
pudding
and goes,
for him.
Yeah, he kicked the door. Fuzzy! Damn cat hit the ceiling.
Should have put one of those air horns in that chair. So, I'll tell you. So, long time. This 20 years ago. I was driving. I came home. I live with my parents, and I came home one day and I told my mother, I said, "Hey, I want to start a new life. I want to see if I can make it on my own." I said, "So I'm going to go as far away as I can, and just start over." And so I told her, I said, "I'm going to move to Seattle," and I didn't have no friends, no family there, nothing.
How old were you?
I was 25, maybe.
Okay.
And so what the path of travel is I wanted to drive across the southern U.S. and then go up the California coast. So I would stop wherever was interesting to me. So I made a stop in New Mexico, and I stopped in I'm proud of this, but I'd buy a 6-pack of, light beer, and I'd pour it in a red cup, and I'd drink it as I go, and you know me and stopping. I'm not into it. I stop when I need gas, if I have to go to the restroom.
Yeah, fuck everybody else.
Yeah, that's why I had to do this trip alone. So I stopped. I was in New Mexico, and I locked my keys in the car, and I'm by myself, right? And it's just shithole town, tiny little gas station, ain't nobody around. And the reason, what made me think of this story is this guy shows up in an old, I don't know if it was a Cobra or what it was, but it was beat to fucking hell. He shows up, all 4 tires are spare tires, windows blown out of it. I don't even think there was a damn back seat. And what made the car stand out is his hood. He had a hood from another car put on top of that car, so it wasn't
Like
even
a totally different car?
Yeah, a totally different car.
Oh.
But he had it attached. He had drilled holes, and he ran these wire coat hangers through and looped them around to hold it in. So I go, man, I said, this motherfucker was sent to me from God. He's got those coat hangers on there. So I go, hey, man. No, it wasn't that. No. And I go, hey, man, you wouldn't happen to have a coat hanger, would you? And he goes, nope, and keeps walking. And I go, seriously? I go, you got 20 of them right here on the front. He goes, that's a part of the car. Well, what the fuck? I go, are you serious? You can't spare one? He goes, nope. And I go, my fucking keys, dude. He goes, sorry. He goes, that'd be like me asking you to give me your tire off your car. I said, seriously? And he goes, nope. He gets in his car and fucking drives off.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Fucking hardcore, man.
That is hardcore.
Yeah. But
I would have been throwing rocks at him as he drove off.
Yeah. Cocksucker.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But well, he was probably bitter at life. I mean, the guy.
Oh, yeah. It didn't sound like you had a lot going for him.
No. You got 4 spare tires on your car already, and you got probably a loaner hood that you had to drill a hole through.
That you stole off.
Yeah, no shit, right? But anyways, I don't even know. I thought of that shit.
That was pretty funny, though.
Yeah.